Hi people from the 21st century. Today I wanted to bring you to our adventure. So firstly, we are gonna need to dust off our Victorian ensemble from this quarantine. Today I'm going to go for a late 19th century hairstyle. So say hello to these cutie flower hairpins. Now I'm applying hair powder. It was commonly used as a final touch, like nowadays we use dry shampoo, and they used to have a scent. This one was rosemary scent. This is an original recipe from the 18th century, but it was still used on the beginning of the 20th century. It used on both lips and cheeks, but I don't quite like the color. But as in this era, makeup shouldn't be any disease because you will be mistaken by a promiscuous lady. And then here we go into our adventure. The Museum of Romanticism is placed in a 1776 neoclassic style palace. This is a house museum that offers the possibility to meet the Spanish Romanticism during the regime of Queen Elizabeth II. Firstly, we need to come back to 1808 to know why Spanish Romanticism is so Spanish. We are talking when that Napoleon came to Spain saying that he was going to Portugal, but decided to stay in Spain. Then the motín de Aranjuez, where Godoy tried to get out the royal family from the palace, and Napoleon forced that the king gives the throne to his son Fernando VII, and he to Napoleon, which gave it to his brother, becoming Jose I. After that, there were spontaneous riots that extended to the whole country, and Spanish civil people fought against military French soldiers till the English, Portuguese and Hispanic army came in 1812. The war ended in 1840s when Fernando VII came back to Spain, and after this war, French alike was punished by Inquisition. That is why Spanish 19th century is Spanish. The Industrial Revolution was weaker and later than the rest of the Europe. Industry and transportation developed slowly, and the agriculture still was more important. The most industrialized areas were Catalonia and País Vasco. Cities grew, their population and urban reforms were made, like opening new avenues, streets were paved, gas lights were installed. The first trolley cars were impulsed by horsepower. A most important newspaper appears, where they were read on cafes where the art was created. In Spain, it's normal that noble houses have chapel. In most of them, a priest came and did a mass. But in poorer houses, there were tiny space on the house to pray, and the decoration in most houses were religious themes. Romanticism was brought by those who were exiled when Fernando VII came. And some of the topics about Spanish Romanticism is that reason can explain the reality, and irrational things like dreams, for example, were valued. The artist is free. He hasn't got any rules in which he can express himself freely. Nature is glued to the subjectivity of the poet, and the hero figure is highlighted, and nationalism was featured on the romantic version. It's the constant conflict between ideals. In the romantic art, the presence of death makes that love till death becomes a protagonist. And for example, Mariano José de Larra killed himself after Dolores de Amigo and her sister dumped him in 1837, and his 4-year-old daughter Baldomera found the body. During the 19th century, billiards gained popularity, and as Fernando VII was pretty bad at playing it, his friends put the balls easy for Fernando, and that's the origin of being called pelotas. During this era, green was the color of choice for most men, and also, as you have noticed, green is also lettuce. So if you were a man wearing trendy clothes of the day, you were called a lechuguino.